Hi everyone and welcome back to LL Sports TV. Hope you're all doing well. Just a quick boxing video here. More sad news to report, I'm afraid, as well. Colin Hart, the legendary British boxing print journalist, has passed away aged 89 years old. And I've got to say, what a bad weekend it's been for boxing. First, we learned about the sad passing of former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, George Foreman. We then learned about the passing of Livingstone Bramble, former WBA lightweight champion. I think he held that championship back in 1984 after beating Ray Mancini. Livingstone Bramble passed away. Very sad news. Livingstone Bramble was actually the first full roster man ever to win a world championship. And now we will learn about the passing of Colin Hart, one of the top journalists in boxing, and will be very sadly missed. I've already done a video on George Foreman on the channel. I hope you can go and check that out. That was chronicling the life of George Foreman. In this particular video, I'm going to focus on the life of Colin Hart. Colin Hart, born in the East End of London back in 1935, became a boxing fan at a very early age, primarily through the influence of his dad and his brothers. I think he went to his first boxing match at age 10, fell in love with the sport and developed a passion for it after. He actually also had a passion for journalism, which he pursued, and he became a full-time journalist at the age of 23. He began working for the Daily Herald. I think that was back in 1958. He started off as a journalist there, moved to the sports desk in 1962, stayed there for a few years, and in 1969 he moved to the Sun. For those of you who don't know, the Sun, certainly at that time anyway, was the most established and most popular tabloid newspaper in the UK. Colin Hart was at the Sun for, I think, something like 5 decades. In fact, I don't think he ever left the Sun, even when he wasn't a full-time reporter there. Later on in life, he was still penning articles for the Sun. So yeah, lots of longevity there. Over the years, Colin Hart became pretty much a staple of British boxing, especially. And he was actually inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2013, which, you know, is a rare achievement for a British writer. So that's quite an accolade. He was also given the prestigious Nat Fleischer Award for services and excellence to boxing. That was back in 2011. And he had a reputation as one of the sort of go-to guys in British boxing media, that's for sure. Colin Hart, the person, I mean, I've met him a few times in some of my social media engagements that I was doing back in the day. I've got to say, I always found him to be very personable, very knowledgeable. That's the one thing you would always say about Colin Hart. But he could also be quite a brusque person. I guess you could trace that back to his East End roots. But, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, the man knew his stuff. Everybody that had any type of interaction with him, if you saw him, if you heard him interviewed, if you read his articles, straight away, the one thing you would quickly ascertain is this man knew his stuff. Extremely knowledgeable about boxing, pretty much universally respected by everyone in the boxing game. That's from fighters, managers, promoters, fans, even other journalists in that industry. You know, everybody knew Colin Hart as very knowledgeable, and he will, without doubt, go down as a bit of a boxing legend. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, rest in peace to Colin Hart. He will be sorely missed. As I said, a very respected figure in the sport of boxing. So, yeah, rest in peace to Colin Hart. Rest in peace also to George Foreman and to Livingstone Bramble. As I said, it's been a sad weekend for boxing. We've lost 3 stalwarts of the boxing game in one weekend, which is obviously very sad. So yeah, my commiserations, my condolences go to the families, friends, associates of all those 3 guys. They will be sorely missed, as I said. Rest in peace. Right, thanks so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. Thanks also for supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.